Let's have a look at gold here. Gold remains bullish, heading towards a 200% range expansion, which will take it up into a monthly fake out high level. And for those that want to hold on, you've got the previous month's highs through there. The setup came about. Let's look at the 15-minute chart first of all. Over here. So we talked about the ABC scenario. This one is around the range of the box. We can pull a Fibonacci on this as well, noting it's coming to a 38.2%. Nice pullback. And a really nice fake out low combination switch bar on the 15-minute. And if we look at the 30-minute as well, there could have been an entrance on the other side of the box. You've got this fake out low engulfing candle. So we'll come to that in a moment. But that gave confidence for holding on to the trade. Let's look at this as a schematic. In previous videos, we've talked about the day zero scenario. This isn't quite a day zero, but well, it is in a sense, because what we've got here is a fake out high. Okay, fake out high. So market breaks out of the previous high, pulls back inside. This actually went on to break and close below. Ideally, we want it to stay inside of the previous day's range. Okay, in here. So it's not technically exactly what we want to see, but regardless of that, the market on the next candle came up inside of the range and closed inside of the low of the prior candle. That's technically what we're looking at. And therefore, you've got this sort of sandwich occurring. And the bulls at this point are in charge. So that there is your schematic for this open range box setup. And it's a bullish setup in what is breaking out of the prior 8-hour high, the London highs in this case, in New York, and you're in breakout on the daily chart. So if we go into the 5-minute chart, you will have all the details there. So let's get into replay of this. And let's look at what we've got. So it's an overextended market. So we're not getting a quality start setup, but it's a setup nonetheless. It's an uptrend that's potentially decelerating or on the verge of doing so. Breakout continuation. low-hanging fruit. Now, let's go over to the prior charts. We were looking at this at the start of the day. This was the analysis. This was the upside projection. Based on the ATR, it's well within reach. $51, call it. So the monthly fake out high level and a 200% range expansion is within range. So that was the thesis. And we were talking about it being 3L across the time frames, overextended. So you've got everyone looking to short this, and this here was a really nice trap in that respect, in that excuse me, it came back below the London highs. I'm not a great fan of these outside bars, but given that we're above the Asian highs, I was still inclined to be looking for longs. And when we closed back inside of the previous bar, this switch bar here on this 15-minute chart was the catalyst, and assuming that we're going to continue with the range. So even though we're broken out, we can still stay broken out for a considerable amount of time. Okay, and we're only going to look at corrections when corrections take place. So we're not going to second guess the market, and there was no need to. So in that respect, this was the entry. And looking at the VWAP, it reclaimed the VWAP. It's reclaimed the opening price. Stop just below the VWAP in anticipation of a follow through. Timings 10:15, and off she went. Now, if you have a multi-panel chart, multi-time frame chart, you'll see on the 30 minutes over here that at 10:30 we're closing as a bullish engulfing candle, and that there is your recipe for adding to your position. Now, whether you want to pyramid in but with a tighter stop, or however you want to play that, because essentially it's going to bring your R down if you keep your stop where it is, but you're adding to your position and increasing your outcome. And this went nicely into, nice fake out low candle there, into a 100% range expansion. And the risk here in holding this, of course, now is in anticipation of a pullback. If you look at the hourly chart over here, there are risks here of a significant pullback. Having said that, on the 30-minute chart, we got this nice fake out low over here. So waiting for that candle at 12 p.m. was prudent, and that led to a continuation. Nice fake out low switch bar, breakout bar, another breakout bar. Okay, engulfing switch, but just holding on with a fraction of what's on the trade, with 7R already banked, the majority of the trade, whatever that percentage will be, and then you can just hold on to that in anticipation that this may or may not work out, but so far it's just hugging the 100% range expansion mark and prospects of a continuation. So all in all, a fantastic setup in really bullish conditions. And the main focus really for this video is on this day zero situation, which is a definite orb strategy schematic to watch for. Peak formation high, the high, stop hunt below, coming back inside of the box, VWAP. You know, if you get this combined with, if this didn't just take off and you get, say, 3 wicks down in a 5 minute, and that's a really sure bet as well. On the 1 minute chart, it looks like that. So there's the orb, this is the range. It's the high and low, sorry, of the 9 a.m. box. In any case, this is what I'm talking about here. If you get something similar as that in here in a 5 minute chart, then that also is good to go. Okay, but just pay attention to the 50-minute chart. That's what you're looking for. Peak formation high, peak formation low, back inside, uptrend, breaking out of the 8 hour. Off she goes.